So what's the best post-workout meal, shake, nutrition strategy, all the above, whatever? I think you guys understand. So this one, actually, an old client of mine shot me a text and he was asking this. So he's been doing long mountain bike rides, but this will kind of pertain to any post-workout, anything. It doesn't matter if it's a run, ride, workout, whatever. So shout out to Collins and apologize for the delay. But yeah, so, and also I apologize because this is going to be a bit anticlimactic, if I'm being honest with you. So hopefully I didn't fully ruin it. But yeah, let's get into it. So the quick, simple answer is there's nothing super complicated. There's no crazy strategies. There's no magical ingredients or nutrients or micronutrients or phytonutrients that I really focus on post-workout. Now, this could change depending on your specific goal and then also whatever that workout or bout was. So if you're some mega ultra endurance athlete, this might be a little bit different for you, okay? But I do think for the overwhelming majority of people, it shouldn't be all that different. If I look at post-workout nutrition versus every other meal I have during the day, it more or less looks pretty damn similar. And that's, for my own personal strategy, I basically just take the macronutrients I'm trying to hit for the end of the day, protein, carbs, fats, and I more or less just kind of divide that by 3 or 4, however many meals I'm eating for that day. Now, this isn't every single day. Some days I might have a little bit more carbs on one meal and then a little bit more fats to kind of compensate for the next meal. But for the most part, it doesn't look all that different. Most of my meals, I'm probably close to that like 40-40-20-ish. So meaning 40% carbs, 40% protein, and 20% fats. And that's just my own personal preference. In my opinion, protein should stay pretty relatively consistent, moderate to high for most people. Carbs and fats are the ones that we can kind of fuck around with depending on your own, personal preferences and goals and things like that. But post-workout, it really doesn't look all that different. For me right now, I do a smoothie. So it's generally around 40 to 50 grams of a whey protein. And then I throw in a good amount of different mixed frozen berries and fruits and stuff like that. I generally just kind of rotate and get the frozen mixed fruits from the grocery store or Costco or whatever. So I probably throw in, again, 40 to 50 grams of protein, 40 to 50 grams of carbs, and that's pretty much it. So again, a little bit anticlimactic because there's nothing perfect. And honestly, from like the most optimal, so if someone broke down every, nutrient, micronutrient, phytonutrient, mineral, and all these things that you lost and gave you this perfect shake smoothie to replenish everything and the perfect ratios and whatever, comparing that to the guy that just has a slams of protein shake or the guy that has a steak or some chicken or whatever, I don't think at the end of the day it's going to make that big of a difference. Again, if you're some athlete where you're literally going after the 0.01%, then maybe. But for most individuals, my recommendation is eat pretty much whatever else you have. Try to have a meal within, an hour or so. You don't need to have it immediately, but I wouldn't let hours go by after your workout or bike ride or whatever. I would try to start replenishing as quickly as we can. But again, for me, the percentage of macronutrients and items that I eat post-workout is not all that much different from any other time of the day. But just kind of simple things is, try to have probably 30 to 40 grams of protein, 30 to 40 grams of carbs or so, just to kind of help replenish. But again, it's also dependent on what you're doing. If you just worked out and lifted for an hour versus I went for a 4-hour bike ride, it might look a little bit different. And the only difference is maybe you have a little bit more carbohydrates and maybe you throw in a little additional electrolytes for that meal. But other than that, it's going to be roughly the same. And I understand. For years and years and years and years and years, I wanted the perfect fucking everything. Why? Because I cared about my results. And any little thing that I can change or add in or subtract or whatever, I would do it if that meant me getting to my goals or progressing faster. But the truth is, again, there's not many things that, in my opinion, are going to move the needle. Meaning, have a specific collagen protein, or have this whey isolate, or have multidextrin or dextrose, or any kind of weird sugar thing or whatever to make it faster insulin response. I wouldn't worry about that. Get in some protein, get in some carbs, have fun, enjoy yourself, stay consistent, and that's what's going to move the needle the most. All right, guys, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and let me know if you have any questions or have any specific topics you want me to carry or want me to go over in the next video. All right, see ya.